Right on the set.
Okay, if you can just state and spell your name for sound check.
All right, Robert Corey, C-O-R-R-Y.
Okay, and give me your reaction to today. I mean, you walked
Scorched earth
in, what were you
warrior.
expecting?
Well, we're very happy. We thank the jury for their service, and it was a hard case. It took them a long time, 6 hours of deliberation. That's not, that's longer than average. You know, at the conclusion of all this, we were still wondering why the government spent tax dollars on this case. I mean, people are out there hurting. They're losing their homes, their jobs. You know, they can't make their payments, and for the government to put our money, our tax money, into something like this, we're still baffled. The prosecutors tried an excellent case, so we're not, you know, the beef is not with them. Prosecutors who actually tried the case, it's the decisions up at the highest level, why to pursue these people who did everything they were supposed to do. They registered their business with the Department of Revenue, registered it with the City of Colorado Springs, registered it with the Secretary of State, paid their sales taxes, called their business SoCo Medical Marijuana. They weren't even hiding this thing. They had piles of documentation that the jury had to go through methodically, and didn't behave as criminals ever. And here we are, 2 years later.
What was the prosecution, what did they keep harping on? I mean, what was their big, huge?
Their big thing was that Elisa Kappelman was not a caregiver, that she didn't do anything else for these patients other than provide them medical marijuana, which is not what the patients testified to, and it's not what Elisa testified to. She testified that she did much more for all of these patients. So they were caught up in legal minutia when they should have been focused on the larger picture. Did she ever behave as a criminal would behave? Did she ever do anything dishonest or nefarious? Did she ever hide what she was doing? And the answer to all those questions is no. So they need to get a sense of the big picture, and they really need to prioritize. I mean, every time I've been down here, these courtrooms are jam-packed with people. And some of these people may deserve to be prosecuted, may not, I don't know their cases, but it seems like they're overloaded in these courtrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And the judges are overloaded, and the prosecutors are overloaded. They need to prioritize, and their absolute last priority ought to be going after people who supply a harmless medicinal plant to sick people who need it, and need it very, very badly, some of these people.
Do you think this sets a precedent for these types of trials in the future?
Absolutely. I mean, if the prosecutor doesn't stand up and take notice of this result today, then there is no hope. I mean, this better set a precedent, because we all need to, when we make mistakes in life, I mean, that's a measure of maturity and evolved thinking to go back and change the way we approach things. And other DAs have done that. Now, you should talk to Jason Love. He's sitting right there. I mean, he's a veteran of the same trial in Boulder, but the prosecutor did the right thing there. The prosecutor took the case to trial and lost, and completely top to bottom reevaluated his approach, and now basically doesn't bring these cases as far as I can tell. And El Paso has a lot of similarities with Boulder. There are some differences too, but it's the same thing. You know, when you make a mistake, take stock, retool, and move on in a more appropriate manner.
Do you think
Our
will
industry's
change here?
Our industry's done that. I mean, we've had to readjust ourselves, reinvent ourselves, you know, a half dozen times in the past few years because of this regulation or that regulation. So I hope that happens here. I think it will happen here.
All right. Anything else?
No, thank you for your attention.
No problem. Thank you. We'll get the mic off you there.
All right.
All right. Thanks again.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I see Bob comment.
When's that going to be on?
Yeah, 5 o'clock tonight, and then they'll probably do a longer version at 10.
Put it on the
We'll put it on
internet.
the web. Yeah, it'll be on the web.